I think I've kind of like come to the conclusion that when it comes to you walking with God, one of the most important things to do when it comes to walking with God is walking in boldness with the Lord. And essentially, walking with boldness is that you shouldn't be embarrassed. You should feel shame or anxiety when you're talking about God. It's a natural feeling for our flesh to want us to feel like that because obviously our flesh is from the devil. Obviously, our flesh caters to the devil every single time it can. It will always try to do bad instead of doing good. So, obviously, naturally, because of how we were twisted by the devil, we're naturally going to feel shame, anxiety, and embarrassment whenever we want to talk about the goodness and graciousness of the good news of the gospel. But God has given us the power of a sound mind, love, and a sound mind, power, love, strength, and a sound mind. Feel me? That's our portion. So, if that's your portion and you have a sound mind, you have the strength to overcome anything, to even overcome yourself and your own body, to go against the temptations of the devil, to win back souls, to help win back souls, then you got to do that. You gotta be that person. You gotta be in those moments where you want to train, you chilling, you have an opportunity to talk to a girl. Instead of talking to the girl because you think she's pretty, talk to the girl about God. And if she finds you attracted to, that's a whole different story, feel me? But teach her about God first. Because what is it that she finds you attractive? Y'all get to talking. And then, unless she becomes your wife or like your girlfriend or even like a close friend that understands you, if you never end up doing anything with her, or if it doesn't go anywhere, then the conversation had no substance. But if you go out and talk about God, have a conversation, talk about your faith, see where their faith lies, and have that conversation. If they don't want to have the conversation, cool, you can't force them into that conversation. But if they're willing and open to have that conversation, their heart is softened unto the Lord enough to have that convo, why not? It's actual convo with substance. That's something you can actually talk about and relate back to about later in your life or later in that day versus something that just kind of happened. You feel what I mean? That's one of the biggest combos or biggest things I realized where it's like, even if it's as simple as talking to somebody to train or talking to people on a camera or talking to your friends when they say something crazy, you got to correct them, or talking or being at certain events and be like, I'm not going to go there because it doesn't represent Jesus Christ. Even though everyone in my generation or everyone in my friend group or everyone in my club or community is interested in something, if it does not glorify God, I either go there to correct it or I leave there and have an absence from that place, so I would not take my views and values and what I believe in just because it's the normity or the conformity that everyone's trying to buy into. You feel what I mean? So be aware, be bold, be wise like a serpent, but innocent like a dove. And just be consistently on your toes and be consistently ready to correct certain things the devil tries to play in some people's minds, and correct the things people say and correct people, or just have conversations with people. Why? Because you don't know who you might be helping in a way. Some people's testimony includes some of the most random conversations they have with people just randomly, and you could be part of someone's testimony to why they turned their life over to Christ. So never forget that God can use anybody, no matter what they got